Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Chamber Chat. I'm Shernika Cagle, the Director of Events for the Peoria Chamber of Commerce. We'd like to thank Rick Stevenson from CWTC for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. So, Rick, you are the Communications and PR Coordinator.
Correct.
And tell everybody that's watching or going to be watching what CWTC stands for.
CWTC stands for Community Workshop and Training Center. We work with adults with disabilities, and our goal is to make them as independent as they possibly can, whether it's vocationally or residentially.
Okay. So what are some of the things that go on at your facility?
Well, the main facility is located at 3215 North University, which is right next to WMBD, around the corner from them and across the parking lot from the North University Walmart.
Right.
And in that particular building, that is our main building. That's where our administrative offices are, as well as our facility where we package parts for Caterpillar. It's 90,000 square feet. Wow. We are mortgage free. It is a facility that moves a lot of Caterpillar parts through, and we've had a relationship with Caterpillar now for 57 years.
Wow.
Since our inception, just a little after our inception. We started in 1960, and we're doing well.
Sounds like it. Sounds like it. So I was looking at your website, and I saw that you guys have an accreditation that you get every 3 years.
Right. We're accredited by CARF International. That happens every 3 years for us, and it is it's something that's a requirement, and I think any organization like ours wants that accreditation, because we're letting everybody know everything's running the way it's supposed to, everything's above board, and we let our consumers tell the story about how good things are going. But we were accredited just earlier this year, and so we're good for another 3 years.
That's awesome. And like you said, it lets everybody know that great things are happening.
Exactly, exactly. We're proud of it.
So you guys have a few events each year, right? So I saw that you just had the 2017 Pathway Awards Dinner.
Our Pathway Awards Dinner was a couple of weeks ago, where we celebrate the accomplishments of our consumers and all the wonderful things they do. Plus, we get a chance to pat the backs of our sponsors and corporate partners and even the smaller partners who do so much for us. It's just an opportunity to really showcase everything we do with the people we work with and work for, and it's a great evening of touting what we do and like I said, the accomplishments of our consumers. And then we do other periodic fundraisers during the year. Mm-hmm. We have our trivia night we'll talk about here in a few minutes. Plus, this event coming up this Saturday is something that we've been talking about doing for a couple of years, but this year we finally, we started the old, what about this? And began the phase of talking about it, and said, well, you know what? Let's do it this year. So.
And it's been getting some buzz. So it's Make a Scarecrow, Make a Difference?
That's it. Make a scarecrow and make a difference. We've thought, of course, this time of the year, between fall and Halloween not too far around the corner,
right.
What it would be like to have a scarecrow in our front yard or front office. And we've had some offices get involved. The Hive down on the Peoria riverfront, mm-hmm. Sam's Shelter out in Hannah City. We've also had some other folks build a scarecrow. Bradley University, they built a scarecrow. They've decorated it in what's germane to them and put it on display. And some of those will be out there Saturday. It's going to be held this Saturday starting at 11 o'clock in our parking lot, which is, like I said, right across. It's the parking lot right between us and Walmart.
Okay.
And it's going to be cordoned off, and we're going to have everything you need to build a scarecrow and more. We'll have some other things going on, like we have some mums coming in for sale, we'll have pumpkins for sale, and we have pumpkin painting for the kids if they want, and of course building the scarecrow. It's just $20 to build a scarecrow, and that includes everything you need, whether it's the clothes, whether it's the wood to hold everything in place, and the straw to stuff it with. And for $20, you can build a scarecrow and take it with you and make it part of your landscaping for the fall.
Cool. So, what is this? Just something just to get the community at CWTC, or
it's just to get people there and to have a good time, make it a family-friendly event, something that moms and dads can do with their kids, as well as exposing them to CWTC and being able to talk about what we do there and that sort of thing. We're not out to beat the drums and that sort of thing, but occasionally it'll prompt questions, and we're certainly there willing to ask about it. I would imagine some of our consumers will stop by and they'll want to take part, but it's just a good family-friendly event. So many things fun. You don't get to do with the whole family anymore, and
exactly.
this is one of those where you can, and I think the prices, I don't know how they do it. I know between some of the shirts and the jeans and everything else, those can get pricey. But
exactly.
But we're going to have everything they need to build their scarecrow.
That's nice. That's nice. And it's supposed to be nice weather on Saturday.
Yeah, it's going to be perfect. I drive the train out at Wildlife Prairie Park on Saturdays, and this past Saturday was miserable with 92 degrees, and this weekend it's going to be around 70, and
much
this
better.
Is my kind of weather.
That's
right
scarecrow weather too.
Yeah.
So then you also mentioned when we were talking your trivia challenge that you have.
Right, we do our Super Trivia Challenge, which we started. We've been doing trivia in different types of formats for several years, and about 6 years ago we started this format of the Trivia Challenge, and it began. Our first one was held at Barracks Cater Inn. I think we had 17 tables of 8.
Okay.
And it has grown now to the point where we've had anywhere between 43 and 44 tables.
Wow.
And so now we are at the Paradise Hotel, and we're going to be there on January 12th. It starts at, the doors will open at 6 o'clock, and then the trivia begins at 7. It's open to companies, it's open to individuals. It's one of those things, like I said, that it's just really grown, and it is just, I think it's gotten to be one of the premier trivia events in the city. We get a lot of people coming, and usually when they come the first time, they stay, and there's always a nice buzz afterwards, and we just have a great time. The questions are not always easy, but with a table of 8, what happens is people talk about the question. Somebody might know it right away.
Right.
There's just some people out there that smart. I was not privileged to be one of those.
Me either.
But if nobody does know the answer, you spur a conversation, and like if it was television, I remember that show. And it had such and such in it. They played the part, and all of a sudden, between all 8 of you come up with an answer.
That's true.
So it is a fun time. I think everybody walks away happy, and like I said, whether you have a company and you want to have a team of 8, or if you're an individual, we'll put you with other individuals.
Okay.
But like I said, last year we had, I think it was 43 tables, and we're anticipating close to 50 this year.
Awesome.
It grows pretty quickly.
How much does that cost?
That is $30 a person, or $240 for a table of 8. So
okay.
It's very reasonable. We usually have a cash first prize. In fact, last year I think we did all cash prizes.
Wow.
So it's a great time, and I can't say enough about it, because it's something I've been heavily involved in since I began at CWTC, and just it's been wonderful to see it grow and just get so huge that it requires such a nice big facility as the Paradise to do it.
So you don't need to register for the scarecrow in advance, right?
No, that's just show up. We'll start at 11.
Okay.
I believe we have enough for about 100 scarecrows, and I think we may be trying to get some more, because the buzz has been so good. You hate to run out, but then again, it'll be a nice problem to have, knowing that it is that popular, and next year we'll make it bigger, better, and everything else. But there's just going to be so much to do, period, between the pumpkin paintings and pumpkins for sale if you want, and also the mums and music we'll have out there, and it should be just a fun fun Saturday.
Okay. So do people need to register in advance for the trivia challenge?
The trivia, yeah, that's not up yet.
Okay.
We're just getting the word out. It's Friday, September 12th, I should have said.
January
12th. I'm sorry. Yes, thank you. January 12th. It starts, like I said, the doors open at 6. The trivia begins at 7. We're done right around 9 o'clock, 9:15.
Awesome.
So if you have other things to do on a Friday night, you can.
Right.
But it is it's a fun night, and it's a very entertaining night. And so I think if you come, you'll really enjoy it.
So if people are interested in learning more about CWTC, what's your website?
Go to cwtc.org.
Okay.
We're also on Facebook and Twitter. And
what are those?
The Facebook is Facebook.com/cwtc.peoria.
Okay.
I hope. I think that's it. Yeah.
Or you can type in
Facebook.com cwtc.peoria or at cwtcinc Inc. For Twitter.
For Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're pretty active on both.
Yeah, Twitter. I mean, Facebook is the biggest. We post a lot of pictures there daily, and
Okay.
of course, with the scarecrows and some of our partners who are building scarecrows at
Right.
their businesses, we're posting those pictures, as well as more information about. Yeah, that's where you'll hear about the trivia night first and,
Right.
and all that. And of course, our website's pretty active as well. So.
Okay. And then is there a phone number to call if they have questions?
Sure. Area code 309-686-3300 is our phone number. I would invite anybody to call with any questions you might have about CWTC or any of the events. If you would like to come in and take a tour, we would love to take you around and show you what we do there in our different areas. Besides our main facility, we also have 18 residential facilities as well.
Okay.
Where some of our consumers stay. We do share some services with like Epic and some of those where
Gotcha.
we have people who stay in our residential facilities but go to work at Epic. And vice versa.
Okay.
But if anybody would like to come in and take a tour, we're not getting you in there to ask you for something or hit you up for contributions or anything else. We're just trying to get the word out about what we do.
Exactly.
Because I think people are surprised of what we accomplish there and the goals that our consumers have and trying to become as independent as they can. And it's just a great facility.
It sounds like it. So do you know how many, roughly around how many consumers you guys have?
Well, we touch the lives of about 650 annually.
Okay.
Out at the workshop itself at any given time, I believe it's around 200 to 250 a day. But it is we touch about 650 annually.
That's
with
awesome.
Different services. We also have a community placement program.
Okay.
Some don't work there at the main workshop. Some have community jobs.
And you guys handle that
and
as
we
well?
handle all that. We help them find their jobs, and we have a great community placement program, and they find the jobs and they keep their jobs. Our retention rate after 2 years is 85%,
That's awesome.
which is high. And I think
Yeah.
the reason it is because we find out what they want to do. We just don't, because there's an opening, we'll go get you a job there. We find out what they want to do. We put them in the jobs that they want to do, and we put them with clients who we will send, if needed, a job coach with them for up to a year.
Okay.
And that way the employer has a consumer that is, enjoying what they're doing. They're dedicated to it, and it works for everybody. The employer wins, the consumer wins, CWTC wins, and it's a good
community
great program.
wins.
Absolutely.
Yes. Well, thank you, Rick, for joining me this morning on Chamber Chat.
Thank you.
Hopefully we'll see people on September 30th at the Scarecrow event.
This Saturday, 11 o'clock at the CWTC parking lot, right on North University, between us and Walmart in the parking lot.
There we go. Well, Rick, thanks for having me.
Thank you. Thanks again.
All right, and I am Shernika Cagle, the Director of Events for the Peoria Chamber of Commerce, and this is Chamber Chat. Thank you.
PeoriaLife.com